You're listening to Braless Watch, where a mother and daughter team offer their own opinions on watching TV through a feminist lens.
I'm Beth, the mom.
And I'm Lily, the daughter.
Welcome to Braless Watch, where TV watching gets a whole new perspective. Clothing is optional.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm excited to talk about today.
I'm excited about today. I think we're doing a good show.
Yeah, this show's great. Today we are talking about Abbott Elementary. We're specifically talking about Season 2, Episode 1, Development Day.
Because this is a Munchie.
Because it's a Munchie. So we're only talking about that specific episode.
It's a good episode, though. I think it really does highlight the show. It highlights the cast. Then the interactions with the cast.
It's full with so much stuff happening.
Yes. Yeah.
Partially because it's like the starter of the season, so they're setting up things for later, but
yeah. So I kind of want to set the
much.
stage just a bit. It's a workplace comedy.
Right.
Teachers. So, yeah, about teachers, yes. In
an elementary school. In Philadelphia. Yeah, there's a lot of Philly stuff from
this
the
one in particular,
teams.
yeah.
It's like the Flyers, which is a hockey team.
Yes.
And then Eagles, which is a football team.
Yes.
American football.
Yes. And
then you also have other slang.
Right. Like
Ava said, don't get those grizzles too close to my car, I think. Old head. So grizzles is a hot dog. Old head is a person, normally an adult.
Oh my God. This is one of those shows where I love every character. Like there's not one character that really stands out that I'm just so gravitated to or I connect with or whatever. I like all of the cast and it's very well casted. It's, diverse cast. And I think maybe what connects it all is the social justice, empathetic, compassionate approach to the insurmountable challenges of running an elementary school.
Right. And that's what this episode really highlights is all of the challenges and all of the things teachers do in their own time.
Yes. With their own money sometimes too.
With their own money. Just let's start with Jacob. He spent his summer in Peru doing something there. They don't really talk about it, but he also spent his time learning ASL, and we find out it's because he has a student who's deaf who's coming in to his class. Yeah. Yeah. So he spent his own time and money to make sure that he could talk to her.
Yeah. I want to say that it does come across as very privileged that he got to do that.
Yes,
and I think
he's
that's
supposed to be.
Right.
He's supposed to be.
He is the token white guy. Just to put that out there. And I think he understands, as the character's been portrayed, that he understands he has this privilege. And he does really hard efforts to try to mitigate his privileged influence in that way. He tries very much to try and be compassionate and empathetic, and him going to learn ASL, even if it was in a different country. I'm sure all of that, whatever decisions he made, is comes across as very deliberate and intentional to offset his privilege,
right,
as best he can.
And he wants to help people who are not as privileged as him.
Yes.
That's really what he wants to do.
That's his ultimate goal. Yeah. And it's portrayed as true effort, right? It's not, I'm doing this because it makes me feel good. I'm doing this because I get a payout for it or whatever.
Right.
It's not nefarious. It's actually genuine. That's the way it's portrayed. So,
right.
Yeah. And good guy.
Several times over the course of the whole series that happens where he's faced with something where he could take the payout, he could do those, but he doesn't. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
He sticks by the school. He sticks by the kids because he wants to help them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he likes being a teacher.
He does. He does like being a teacher. And I will say, not in this episode, but we do find out that he's part of the LGBT community.
Right.
And,
that is not important in this episode.
It's not important in this episode, but for our purposes, he is gay. There is some, LGBT themes there. So,
right.
Okay. So who would you like to talk about next?
Let's save Janine for last because she's a wild ride. I think we should go with Gregory and Barbara, because they had their own little storyline.
This is my favorite storyline, though, because Barbara was stepping into her. I wrote a note of her being an oracle of wisdom.
Right, because she's been a teacher for years.
She's been doing very this seasoned,
20, 30 years.
Yes.
She's a kindergarten teacher. That's something they don't talk about is
and she's a Jacob black teacher, so her experience is completely different,
right,
from where she has come from, in her past and when she was a newbie teacher to now.
Right.
But the problems remain the same, and that's kind of the point.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing that they don't talk about in this episode is Jacob is a 8th grade teacher. So he teaches the older kids. And then Barbara is a kindergarten teacher. Gregory is 1st grade teacher, which is why Barbara knows some of the kids that are going to be in Gregory's class.
Yep.
Janine and Melissa are 2nd grade teachers, and we'll get to Melissa because she's also teaching 3rd grade this year. But so Barbara knows some of the kids that are going into Gregory's class, and Gregory is also a new teacher. He is.
He was just doing sub work in the previous season. So
he's doing
actually hired on as an actual full-time teacher in this particular season.
He chose to do that. He chose to do that rather than continue to fight for the principal position. That's what he was doing before.
Right.
He was trying to be a principal.
Right.
Which that's Ava's job. Ava's a wild card.
We will get to Ava.
We will. But Barbara spends this whole episode fighting with the district. And so does Gregory, really. It's just in a different way. But Barbara's fighting with the district to try to get an ADA desk for a child that's coming into her class that uses a wheelchair. She spends the whole episode on the phone talking to Mr. Johnson, who's the custodian. He runs a mysterious life, let's just say.
Yes.
But Gregory, on the other side, he is fighting what is needed to be done for 1st graders.
Oh, yeah.
The system.
The impact of Gregory's realization, and it kind of stomps on his excitement, right, to be a new teacher and to have this position, in that he realizes that the district or the administration and clearly larger society actually imposes an expectation on teachers to hold down so many responsibilities that he had this quote, "It's like they set us up to fail."
And they do.
And that was my favorite scene. So I know you're going to ask me what my favorite scene is.
I know that.
And it's between Barbara and Gregory, when Gregory has this sort of realization aha moment, and he's like, crap, what did I get myself into kind of idea. And then Barbara's like, just do the best you can, because that's all we all can do for these kids.
Because we've been given the impossible task.
Yes.
Yeah. So all we can
insurmountable.
Do is
so just do your best one day at a time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
acceptance of the insurmountable is what
one of my favorite scenes is when Barbara comes in and Gregory's all frantic, right? He's got basically a murder board going on.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how he's going to fit in all of the curriculum and all of it. Yeah. And be a good teacher, basically.
Wow. This is very... No, what's going to happen when something happens, right? What happens when a cold goes through the school or there's a snow day? Yeah. She starts bursting.
When there's a disruption to this orderliness that he's trying to contain the chaos.
Right.
Yeah.
And children are chaotic. That's just what they are. Schools are chaotic, just in general.
Right.
So you can't control it.
No.
You just got to
ride the wave, man.
Do the best you can.
Ride the wave. Yeah.
But they had their own little storyline in this, which is great.
They did.
Actually, they rarely have a storyline just them two.
I mean, if you've seen the rest of it, which it's a good show.
Yeah,
there's
highly
a lot
recommend.
Of.
If you only watch at one episode, though, this is a great first introduction.
This is a good episode for sure. Yeah. So, who do you want to talk about next?
Well, let's talk about Melissa.
I like Melissa. I like them all.
Melissa's great. She's
a white teacher, also seasoned.
And very shady. She has a shady people. She knows the shady people.
I wrote a note. What did I say about that? Because I said
She knows how to get things done, even if
she's
it's
willing to break a rule, in quotes, when justice or ethics is asking for the right answer, also in quotes.
right.
So she's willing to push boundaries, push rules, push regulations
Mm-hmm.
when she feels that it's not the right path for whatever
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to achieve. So she's willing to massage the areas of right and wrong, and it's not black and white with her. And
No.
it's very gray, and she lives in that gray.
Mm-hmm.
And she's had to. She's actually someone who, because she's had so much adversity in her life,
Right.
and you know more about her story as you follow the arc of her character, but
Well, what she tells you. So she also
right.
keeps things hidden because
She
she
does.
doesn't
Yeah.
trust the camera crew, which is fair. Because Ava's the one who brought them in. We'll talk about Ava in a minute, but Ava's the one who brought them in. She don't trust that.
But Melissa has also this very American identity too, with
Mhm.
being a Philly fan. I think she's Italian. I'm trying to remember what her background
Yes.
is. So she's very family oriented, and also, this is my family, you never touch my family kind of idea. So a little
yes.
mobbish,
Yeah.
little very
But
protective.
she will also throw out her family if they start getting in the way.
Again, gray area, right?
Right.
Yeah. She's
'Cause
willing to
that happened
break
with
the rules.
This is not in this episode, but that happens with her sister.
Yes.
She doesn't talk to her sister for several years.
Yeah. Because there's been some sort of
There's a whole
affront.
thing. There's
Yes,
a whole
yes.
thing involved with it.
Exactly. So yeah, Melissa's got her way of thinking about stuff, and she's semi-rigid in that. She does come
She
around
does.
to certain things and can warm up, but it does take a while because there's a very hard edge to her.
Well, and she doesn't
But it's
trust
been needed.
very easy.
It's a protection. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Highly protective.
In this episode, she is informed that she has a dual class of second graders and third graders.
Yes. Together in the same class.
Together in the same classroom with the same teacher. This is a thing that does happen all the time. And she has 10 extra students.
Yeah. Insurmountable issue. Just going to have to do the best that you can. And if you watch this season for any reason, if you'd watch how she manages that, or how it's portrayed that she manages that.
Right.
Yeah. It's a doozy for sure.
Right.
And her stress level goes up exponentially.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does. She's got 2 classes going on in the same time, trying to control the same amount or more students than normal.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I like Melissa. I like them all, but I like Melissa.
I think you just like this show.
I do like this show. It took a little bit for me to warm up to it because there's some history with myself,
right?
And
because
this particular genre and that, and also my
your
empathy
mom
gets.
My grandmother was a teacher.
Yeah,
she was a second grade teacher, right?
Yeah, first and second grade. Yes,
first and second grade. Yeah, that's what I thought.
At one point she even taught third grade too.
Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, I remember her being a second grade teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, development week, all of that, we would help out, you and I.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Take me with you, and we'd just go start putting things up on the board. So it took a while for you to get into this because it was hard to watch. It's hard to watch people struggle like this, especially when you know that struggle is everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's insurmountable. You have, especially people like me, would have a lot of empathy and social justice mooring that it's really hard to not want to solve all the problems to make it so that these kids are set up for success.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what the teachers are doing. That's what's portrayed as the characters. And that's what makes this show very important to watch. We need to face what we don't do.
Right.
Basically.
And the teachers.
And I mean that by
help.
Americans.
Right. Yeah. We need to be funding our schools and funding our teachers and such.
Yeah, and creating work days and school days that are not set up for us to fail. Not set up for our children to fail.
And not just set up for a test.
Yes.
Okay, let's do a quick jaunt about Ava. So Ava's the principal.
Yes, she is. And I have to say, the first season, like the first episode, I'm like, who is this bitch? What?
Right. So Ava...
But when you start to get to know her,
right?
there's
And she
reasons
starts to
behind what she's
grow.
doing.
She
Mhm.
also grows into the principal position because you don't find this out in this episode, but in the first season, you find out that she got her principal position through blackmail of the superintendent.
Oh my god.
That's the whole reason she's in the position
Boy, does that
she's
say
in.
something about Ava.
and,
Really.
and so she doesn't fully know what she's doing,
Right.
but she does care about the school, and she does
deeply
care.
cares about, and you don't
Yes.
really, you have to actually look for it, because much like Melissa, she has a shady side.
Mm-hmm.
But my notes about her, about Ava, is that she has actually got some game and skill to run a capitalist endeavor.
Yes.
And she sees how capitalism can aim to help her school survive, help her school provide, and she busts ass
She
to make
does.
that happen.
When she needs to. She busts ass. Other
Yes.
times, she just lets the teacher. That's the other thing. She just lets the teachers do whatever they need to do.
Yes, because she trusts them.
She does.
So this is, you have to look at it in a more broad way, her character, because she's not shady in the ways of, I'm going to get mine and not get anything, it's not quid pro quo with her.
It's not.
I'm doing this for the kids. I'm doing this to provide for the school.
Well, and she provides in different ways than what, like, the superintendent, the district wants. She makes sure that students have, this is not in this episode, but she makes sure that students have proper fitting clothes, that they have lotion so they're not ashy, all of that kind of stuff. These are things that she does on a regular basis.
Yeah. Like I said, she makes it happen. And when issues become prominent and she can make something happen, she does.
Mm-hmm.
And she does leave it to the teachers, much like letting, Jacob do whatever he needed to do to prepare for his ASL kid, and letting Barbara handle, calls to the district. Yeah, for the grant money that she needed, and then she utilized that grant money for a ramp because she knew that a child with a wheelchair was coming.
Yeah, and they didn't have a ramp.
Yeah.
To get into the school.
So the school district didn't provide said ramp. The teachers instigated and initiated.
They had to use grant money from the school.
Exactly.
To do it, from the district.
And they had to apply for said grant. So there's a lot of work that went into providing this ramp for this child that didn't come from the actual school district.
Right.
So this gives you an insight on how much teachers actually do. And this is one point I wanted to make sure that everybody understands. If you have a teacher in your life, thank them. Get on your knees and thank them, because they don't take the 3 months off that you don't see your teacher. Your teacher's already thinking about the first of the next year at the end of the last year you were in. And they're already planning, they're already preparing, and they may take a week cruise like Barbara did. And one of the best statements, she's like, the best line was, "Sea Barbara is different than land Barbara." And that speaks to how teachers have to, what I call positively dissociate. And that means having intention behind you getting away from your daily life. Right. And what the stress is for there. And that's what she means by being Sea Barbara, and, having a margarita or two and losing your shoes and not remembering your trip, whatever. Whatever works, man. And then coming back and being more revived and ready to face what you're going to face. So yeah, teachers all over this country do the same kinds of things. And they're usually busy doing trainings during the summer. They're reading books. They're preparing for challenged, any kind of challenged student. They're trying to figure out ways to support in the best ways that they know how. And 3 months is actually just not enough time.
It's not.
So they're going to fall short because they're consistently set up to fail because the expectations are too high and the support's not there.
Right.
And
there's also not enough nowadays. There's not enough teachers.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, you hear that Ava says that at the beginning of her presentation after her photos. After her photos, she says there's a teacher shortage, so you're going to have more students than normal.
Yeah. And then Melissa gets stuck with 2 different grades in one classroom.
Yeah, and she's probably not the only one in that whole school.
Oh, probably not. No,
like
that's probably It's a comment, right? It's a comment on the status of how things are right now, and it's even more worse now in 2026. We're not doing anything to make it better for any of our teachers. So
right. This episode came out in 2022, I think. 2021,
I think
somewhere in
right.
there.
Yeah, something like that.
No, 2022.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2023. We know it was definitely in Joe Biden's era because Jacob has the line at the end about his student loans getting
Joey B.
Joey B's gonna get the student loans taken care of. That did not happen.
It did for some. It did for some people.
Some things did change. I will say that,
yeah.
but it didn't. It didn't do what they wanted.
Yeah.
No. But that was really funny.
Yeah. So who else would you like to talk about?
Let's talk about Janine. It's time for Janine.
Oh, Janine. You bright star.
Who is falling flat on her face and flailing.
I think
in this whole episode.
Her positivity becomes toxic to herself.
In this episode, yes.
Yes.
It happens a couple times over the series.
She's the epitome of the meme where that character sits in the middle of a fire and goes, "It's fine. It's all fine.
Right. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine." It's not fine.
No, it's not. And Barbara, again, the wise oracle that she is like, Janine, slap, like emotionally, get your shit together. And one of the lines is, this is not you, or something like that. And, with the not paying your bills and not, your car or whatever, the tickets for the car. And then she goes, and this outfit. She's like,
wait, that's normal. Wait, that's normal. Never mind.
Wait, that's normal. Which, just side note, costuming is perfect with this show. I've actually mentioned it before in our private conversations about how the costuming for this show is on point. I love it.
You and I have also spent a good amount of time looking up specific things, and a lot of the stuff comes from Philly.
Yes.
A lot
Philly
of it comes
and Black artists.
Yes.
So very
specifically
much
in Philadelphia. Artists,
yeah. Which makes me love the show even more, because that means that behind the scenes there was more of that social conscious decision making. So,
I remember you and I spent I don't know, it was like
at least a whole evening,
good 2-3 hours looking for a specific purse that Ava had.
Yeah.
That was only in like one scene.
Yeah. For like, I don't know, it was 30
hours.
seconds. It wasn't even 20 seconds. It was in the scene.
You could barely see it.
It turns out it was a Black fashion designer. That's
I still have it,
famous.
so I can.
Nice.
I'll add it to the link. I'll add it to the description.
Oh, cool. So Janine's a little package. She's on the short side, which she talks about.
Right.
And she's just this ball of positivity and wants to just apply her positivity to everything. And somehow that's a coping mechanism for her, I guess. But she falls flat. Yeah.
She falls flat because she went through a big breakup.
She did.
Her partner, Tariq, and her broke up because they grew apart, and they had been together since like 8th grade or whatever.
I was gonna say since school time. Yeah.
It was like middle school. It wasn't just high school sweethearts. It was middle school. It's been a really long time.
Yeah.
And so she didn't realize how much she was gonna miss him, I think, until he was gone.
She just didn't realize how much he had been part of her daily life, her functioning.
Right.
Yeah. And she didn't want to give that any credit, because I got kids to think about with the school, and I've got a new school year.
I want to focus on the school, and everything else will fall into place, and that's just not how that worked.
No. And Barbara had to like emotionally, basically slap her and go, "Wake up!"
Right. I really like that Melissa and Barbara both stepped out into the street to like stop her.
Yes. Yeah. Stop her from herself, basically.
Stop her from herself and have a conversation with her about herself.
And Ava, in her true Ava-ness, was like, "This has nothing to do with me. I just want a picture with Gritty."
Oh, she was taking pictures the whole time with the whole booth situation. Yeah. She may have been taking videos
because she's the social media person. She loves.
Oh yeah,
she loves the drama. Yeah.
She may have been taking videos. I don't know,
right?
But I definitely know she was taking photos. Then she took a photo with Gritty. So Gritty's a mascot for the Flyers.
Please look up Gritty, because
Gritty's wild.
It is the most ridiculous thing in the whole of America, and yet we just need that silliness.
That's why he got so popular. Is Gritty?
I think so, because he's a symbol of just ridiculous silliness,
and that's what we need right now.
It is.
That's what we need.
It was a breath of fresh air for sure.
Yeah. So.
And Gregory was like, what is the big deal about this mascot, dude? And that was my second favorite scene was Gregory and him towards the end.
Right.
Had this moment of the two of them standing in front of each other. And Gritty knows. He can tell when you don't believe in Gritty.
Right.
And so he's like trying to get him to,
react.
Get into the silly man. And Gregory's like, yeah, okay, I get it after that. But it made me laugh so hard. It was such a good scene. And the actor who plays Gregory just did not bust at all. And I was like, I wonder how many takes they had to do because I'd be laughing. Whoever plays Gritty did a really good job too.
Right. Okay. There's two things I wanted to talk about real quick. And they're things you only notice if you're watching the show, like watching the background characters. One of them is when Tariq moved out, the mattress on top of the car was an air mattress.
No, it was not.
It was. It's tied to this car as an air mattress.
Jeez. Okay. That boy, does that puts Tariq in some light there.
Does that tell you who Tariq is?
Yeah, there you go. He's actually turns out to be a pretty good character.
He's not a bad guy. It's just he's not always
he lacks some skills.
He's not always aware. Socially.
Aware or mature. Yes.
Or mature. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The second thing was that Melissa, so she said she spent her summer or parts of her summer in New Jersey. So when she's at that meeting in the gym, she's eating a bag of taffy, saltwater taffy.
Right.
And then she tosses it when she finds out she's got a double class.
She tosses the whole thing.
Uh-huh. She eats multiple pieces while she's there, though.
Right?
If you watch the background, she's taking it apart, eating them.
Yeah.
I just thought it was great.
Like it's emotional support taffy.
I just thought it was great.
For the beginning of the year. And then she's like, well, that sucks, and then throws the whole thing away.
The taffy's gone now. It's tainted.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Anyway.
Did we talk about all the characters that we wanted to talk about?
Yeah, the only one we really didn't talk about was Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
He's a custodian.
I had a note about him. He is the custodian. My note about him was that from my sense of things is that Mr. Johnson has clearly been wrung out by so many systems because he's an older black guy that he rides the line of don't do too much or they, quotes, will know how much to take from you.
Right. He's also a conspiracy theorist, which you don't know in this episode, but he's also a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. So there are moments you can trust Mr. Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he generally does the right thing for the most part.
He wants to help. He likes...
Generally. But when Barbara talks to him about the ADA desk and stuff like that, Gregory is the one to think a little further and go, maybe we should check storage to see if the school ever have had one before.
Right.
And Mr. Johnson's like,
right. What does he say? I'm not a storage hoe.
Storage asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry. Storage asshole.
Like, what is that?
My favorite part is that it's quoted through Gregory.
Exactly.
So we don't even hear.
Gregory's not somebody who would say something like that.
No.
But Mr. Johnson is.
Is, definitely.
Yes. So.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, but Mr. Johnson, he's just great. He's got
I love the age differences and the seniority and the respect that comes from the knowing and the unknowing, like in being in that space with the newbie teachers and the older teachers or the seasoned teachers, even with Mr. Johnson, and they all respect each other. Right. There's this level of human respect of allowing space to be taken up by that person, even when it may lean a little further, like Janine's problems were starting to bleed into her job. Right. And, they had to like push back on that and go, you need to be taking care of your shit. We're going to help you do that. Right. And this it really does speak to how we should be operating as a communal species.
Right.
So I really like this show because of that.
There's so much to this show. And this episode in particular is just packed full with so much stuff.
Yeah.
It's just great. A lot of funny moments.
5 stars. I give it 5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars. Oh. Is there anything else we need to discuss?
No.
I mean,
that was all.
We've already talked about many pieces of the inequality and injustice and all of that, which leans to the feminist piece, which is why we talked about this. Also, many of the characters are female in this show.
Yes, I like it.
They're strong women who get shit done. It's great.
Yep.
And they're all different. They're all their own character. That's the other thing.
And they take different approaches to get the stuff done that they need to get done.
And sometimes they clash.
Yeah.
Even if they are best friends.
Yes, which you do find in the arc of things. But that just speaks to the human experience in that we can, quote unquote, damage a relationship, but then also have repair of that relationship.
Right.
And the commitment there is that there's a relationship to even address those two things. So, yeah. It's good stuff.
All right. Well, go be amazing, audience.
Have some compassion for your fellow human. There we go.
Fellow human.
Fellow human.
You know, be compassionate to aliens too. Why not? Maybe that's what gritty is. I don't even know what gritty is.
You know what? We need more gritties.
Okay.
Do we have a petition for more gritties? How about that?
That sounds like you're asking gritty to procreate.
Oh no. Oh. Let's rethink this.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Do we really need more gritties? Maybe I just need more gritty in my life. How about that?
Maybe that. All right.
All right. Find us on Blue Sky. Follow us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hit us up if you have an idea of something that we haven't covered that you might want
if there's anything you want us to cover,
yeah,
we'll totally do it.
We'll totally do it. All right. Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.